Grief touches all of us. It's a universal experience, yet it can feel isolating and overwhelming. But in the story of Kisa Gautami, Buddha offers a path toward healing through acceptance and understanding. Join us today as we explore the powerful message in the tale of the mustard seed. Kisa Gautami was an ordinary woman living in a small village. Like everyone, she had dreams, hopes, and a family that she loved dearly. But tragedy struck her peaceful life. Her only son fell ill and died in her arms. Overcome with grief, Kisa couldn't accept his death. Her mind was consumed by the need to bring him back. Kisa, in her sorrow, believed that someone could bring her son back to life. She wandered through the village, asking everyone she met if they could help her. She knocked on every door, spoke to healers, and begged for advice. But no one could offer her the miracle she sought. Finally, someone suggested she visit the Buddha. With hope rekindled in her heart, Kisa Gautami sought him out. She found him sitting under a tree, calm and serene, as people from nearby villages gathered around him. Kisa begged him, "Please bring my son back to life. You are wise and powerful. Surely you can help me." The Buddha looked at her with compassion and said, "I can help you, but first, you must bring me a mustard seed. However, this seed must come from a house that has never known death." Kisa, filled with renewed hope, set out on her quest. She believed that somewhere, she would find a house untouched by death. As Kisa moved from house to house, she heard the same story again and again. Every home had experienced loss, whether it was a parent, a sibling, a child, or a spouse. Slowly, the realization began to dawn on her. As Kisa visited more homes, the weight of her grief began to lift. She understood that death was not something unique to her. It was a part of life, woven into the fabric of every family, every home. Kisa returned to the Buddha the next day, empty-handed but with a new understanding in her heart. She placed her son's body down gently and said, "I could not find a house that has not known death." The Buddha smiled gently at Kisa and said, "You are not alone in your grief. Death touches everyone, and it is through understanding and accepting this that we find peace. Your son's life has passed, as all lives do, but his memory will remain. Let go of your attachment to his physical form, and you will find freedom from suffering." Kisa Gautami left the Buddha's presence, no longer burdened by her grief. She buried her son and continued her life, forever changed by the realization that suffering is part of the human experience, and peace comes through acceptance. The tale of the mustard seed reminds us that death and loss are not punishments. They are part of the cycle of life. Acceptance does not mean forgetting, but rather, finding peace in understanding that all things are impermanent. It is through this acceptance that we find the strength to continue, even in the face of grief.